Okay, let's get into it. The secret, honestly, to doing carpets is to get them as pretty much start out with them as clean as possible. So, which means you're gonna wanna take your time with vacuuming. You can see here, this is all vacuumed up really nicely. All we have are just stains. You wanna remove as much of the dry material as you can before you introduce water, because if you just introduce water and there's still sand and dirt in here, you're just making mud, and it's not fun. You're kind of just working against yourself there. So really take your time to vacuum. Agitate as much as you can with different brushes to really get sand and dirt and anything else that is in the carpet out. So if you're just doing this just on your own car, you're not detailing for other people, you really only need three things. You need a stiff bristle brush for agitation. You need some type of carpet shampoo. Like I said, you could dilute an all-purpose cleaner. And then you need a towel. You can use a terry towel, or if you have old microfibers lying around. The older the better, just because if they're brand new, you can do some dye transfer, but if you've washed them at least once, you should be good. So basically, let's start with just this part right here. It's a pretty nasty stain. Hopefully you can see that. I've got Carpet Bomber 5-to-1. And you're just gonna wanna get a nice even mist, okay? Spray the brush, you're gonna wanna work it in, just like that. And all you're doing is you're just trying to coat all the fibers all around. So when you're doing it with this method, with no drill brush or anything, time is your best friend. You're gonna wanna let that dwell for a long time. 5 to 10 minutes, honestly, is gonna be best. Once it's been dwelling for a while, you're gonna wanna go back in and you're just gonna wanna start agitating like crap. So I don't recommend this just for normal detailers, just because you tire yourself out, especially doing this with the entire car. But if you're doing this once a year, yeah, this will work. Or if you don't have a drill lying around, then you're gonna take a nice clean microfiber. You're gonna wanna wipe it up. Okay. Boom, look at that. Move on to the next side. Basically, you just want to remove as much of the shampoo as you can. Okay. Flip it over to the next side. And I find it, if you kind of use this part of your hand to dig in, sort of fold over the towel like that, dig in, that can really help. Okay. Last side. Boom. So, if we look at the towel, we can see that's where we started, and every side it gets a little less dirty. And the objective is to have a completely clean towel. So if you still have a little bit of dirt, which we do, you just rinse and repeat. Just this light mist, agitate, coat all the fibers, and let it dwell. Okay? Move on to the next side or a different part of the carpet. You'll notice it's already looking way better, but you'll never really know until it's dry. Everything looks clean when it's wet, including cars. So, but the good thing about this, if we're not introducing a ton of moisture, just a couple sprays and you're good to go. So, the thing about this, you're gonna go through a lot of towels, especially if the carpet is really dirty. You'll really get the best results if you use a clean side every time. So, do this. Boom. Nice. You can see here, we're pretty much there. Look at that, just a little bit. If you feel it, it's pretty much dry. All it's gonna take is a couple minutes just to completely dry. So, that's the first way to do it. The second way is pretty much the exact same, but instead of hand scrubbing, use a drill brush. you're gonna get a little bit better results, a little bit quicker. So let's flip this over, do the other half. So you can see we got a spill right there. So we're just gonna do the exact same thing. Take your carpet shampoo, light spray, and then just to coat the fibers, I still will use something like this. You can use your hands, but you just, like I said, you just wanna get those fibers coated. The idea is not to get it done in one pass, light repeated applications, just so you don't soak the carpet. There's a detailer out there who says, all the water you put in, all the moisture you put into a car, you gotta remove. So that's steam, that's gonna be extractors, it's gonna be spraying chemicals, you gotta remove it all. Side to side, up and down. Then, take a towel, wipe it up. This is pretty much how every detailer first learns how to extract. This is really called dry extracting. You can see here where we started, look how dirty that is. Boom, hardly anything. So that's good. We're gonna do it one more time. Feel that? Barely even damp. So that is the absolute easiest way to clean carpets. That's the dry extraction method. Now, the next step above this is introducing another chemical. So this was, I believe, in the passenger side, the front. So this, we're gonna introduce another chemical. So P&S has this 3-tier system. Carpet Bomber is essentially step 2. Step 1 is an enzyme treatment. Basically what it will do is it'll break down organics. It'll break down oil, it'll break down food, it'll help break down coffee. Those organics that will really, pretty much, if anything is still left here in the one we just did, a little more browning, it's probably oils and stuff like that. So a big help is to pre-treat with an enzyme cleaner. So, boom, work it into the fibers. Now here's the thing about this particular enzyme cleaner. This is called Terminator. The minute you spray Carpet Bomber on here, it renders Terminator useless, okay? So the longer you let Terminator sit, the longer it's gonna do its thing. I recommend at least 5 minutes. So Terminator's had time to sit. We're gonna hit it with Carpet Bomber now. So this half, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use just the normal towel method. And on this half, we're gonna do extraction with a steamer. Okay. So boom, you can already see, without the steamer, it did a really good job there. So next, so you can definitely burn yourself doing this. So be careful. This does ruin microfiber towels, by the way. So you can use terry cloths. So just turn your steamer on, and you're gonna start just extracting like this. The heat really helps, especially on this part right here. Take your towel, give it a good wipe down. Yeah, very similar results. The side we didn't use steam, there's a little bit more browning here. The side we did use steam, it's a lot cleaner. And right here in the middle where its feet have been, it's kind of been matted down. The side we use steam, the steam and the heat kind of helped it bring it back to life. Whereas this side, we could do another application. Nice. All right, and there we go. I think I'm happy with that. Cool, on to the next. All right, you still with me? I know, riveting video. So, now I've shown you how to just dry extract. Then I've showed you if you introduce a drill brush, you'll get a little bit better results, you'll work a little faster. And then especially if you introduce steam, you're gonna get some really nice results there. So the last thing everyone's been waiting for, the extractor. So we're just gonna take everything that we did and do that, but instead of extracting with a towel, we're gonna extract with the extractor. Enzyme treatment, especially on this stuff here. Boom, let that sit. Terminator has now been setting for a while. We're gonna grab our carpet bomber, and then we're gonna agitate. Boom, grab our steamer. Boom, extractor time. Now this, by far, out of all of them, is the most wet. If you're gonna do extracting, I would recommend not doing it in the winter. Even if you have industrial blowers, it just doesn't do it all the way. So you can still get that mildewy smell. In the summer, it's wonderful, especially if you're doing mobile detailing, or you can put these out in the sun if you're in a shop. It's gonna be the absolute best way to do it. There is one last step. If you notice, I said that PNS has a 3-tier system. We've only been using 2. Their last thing, a peroxide treatment, where it basically does 2 things. You spray it on, light mist. It will neutralize the carpet bomber and the Terminator in there, right? We don't wanna leave anything acidic or anything alkaline in the carpets. That'll do long-term damage. Second thing it's gonna do is it's gonna brighten up carpets, gives them a little more life, fluffens them up. So let's go ahead and do that right now. The key to this peroxide treatment is even spray, like a really fine mist. It has a little bit of bleach in it, so do be careful, like this. That's it. Then you can work it with your hand. Hit it again. So that's it. That's how I clean carpets. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something today. If you do want to get an extractor, go for it, you know. If you don't want to get something quite this big, you can get like a Bissell Spot Pro. I used that for about 10 months before it broke on me, but I abused it. And those are nice for, like I said, spills that's just like in one area. You don't want to get this whole thing out. So like spills are definitely something you do want an extractor for. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.